Ah, damn it.
The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good Tuesday morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Of course, you got to know I'm Ed, and I got Miss Brittany with me this morning. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning. How is everybody doing this morning? I hope you guys are good.
Well, I mean, I'm good. Another day in life, trying to make it all happen, right? So, just a quick thing. We only have one interest group for this evening, and that's going to be support group for at 6 p.m. with Miss Vanetta Davis Del Castillo. And,
Del Castillo. The L makes the Y sound. It's Castillo.
You know, I always mess it up. But anyway, I got the Davis part right.
Well, I would hope so, Mr. Davis. I would hope so.
So anyway, that is going to be tonight at 6 p.m. So come on out and check us out. And all the ladies are welcome. Talk about lady stuff, and y'all can do what you do, right? So anyway, that's what we got going on today. So I apologize for the absences of my brother Pedro. He's traveling as we speak. We got some Blind United business stuff jumping off a little bit later this afternoon.
We're having a Blind United family reunion. We're all going to meet up as a family, and we're all going to bond. It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, well, all that. But bottom line, we're doing preparation for the Halloween thing, spooky night. So hopefully everybody that wanted to join us for that has done so. If not, I apologize. But hey, we gave you all the time in the world to get in on it. So we're going to go hang out. We're going to have some good fun. We're going to have some good vittles and all that good stuff. And man, we're just going to hang out and have fun next Saturday night. So all that being said,
nobody took my offer up to spend an extra $20 to sit next to Ed, but that's okay. Monica said good morning and happy Tuesday. Good morning, Monica. I hope you're good.
I think Monica's traveling at this moment as well. If not, she's getting ready to. So, but yeah, no, I mean, we're gonna have fun with it. Good morning, Monica. All that good stuff. So, I don't know what else we got going on. I know I got some articles down here that we can get into. You want to talk about anything before we get started, Britt? I know Pedro got your new UCANE advertisement together.
No way! I'm excited. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. Well, but then I'm gonna get tired of hearing it, just like I'm tired of hearing the other one. But I want to say, if you want to advertise with Blind United, you can email info@blindunited.org, and then we can hear your advertisement instead of the advertisements that we have. Because sometimes I get tired of hearing the same thing over and over and over and over again.
But your voice is so lovely, Britt. I mean, we use it for
Yeah,
everything.
but like, I guess because I hear me all the time, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, so if anybody wants to advertise with us, info@blindunited.org.
All that good stuff. So while we speaking on it, we're gonna get this UCANE thing out the way, and we gonna, I don't know, I guess we can call this a listening party, right? This will be the first time we played this, so let's check it out and see what we got going on here.
Did you know that people in third world countries do not have access to canes? The UCANE Give initiative gives canes to people all over the world who cannot get canes. The UCANE Give initiative not only goes to these countries and gives people canes, but they give people canes and a digital recorder that is solar powered, that has instructions on how to use the cane and instructions on how to repair the cane. The UCANE Give initiative is a very worthy cause, giving canes to blind people all over the world. If you have a cane that you're no longer using, or a cane that's broken or bent, you can go to ucanegive.org and get a shipping label, and you can ship your cane to Jimmy in Tennessee, and he will refurbish it and give your cane to a blind person in a third world country. That website again is ucanegive.org.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Okay.
Did you know?
Oh, my bad. I didn't check that box to keep stuff in the loop.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It has like sad music behind it and everything, and I don't know. I'm just like, oh, I want to give people canes.
Well, you do. I mean, it's
so
very
sad.
your emotion is very noticeable in there. So, but again, I mean, you know, as we say, Britt, all the time, you know, what would we do without a cane? I mean, you know, I mean, I'd be sad if I didn't have my cane. So, I mean, you know, you feeling for these folks that don't have canes, right?
Even when I don't have my favorite cane, like I have a cane that doesn't have the right tip, and I just feel like, oh, I don't like this cane. It's not my cane that I use all the time, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, hey, well, we need to do something about putting a cane on a tip on that other cane. So at least, you know, what your favorite is, which one?
My favorite cane right now, my main squeeze, is the cane that I got from Jimmy, my two custom canes, my Blind United cane and the one that's the pink metal flakes. Like, I don't even like the Revolution canes anymore. They're too light and they're too brittle, even the ones with the rolling tip. And then I have like a no jab cane that I bought off of, like, I think Amazon. It has like a nice handle, but I don't like the tip.
Okay. Is that one of them spring-loaded ones, or just
Yeah, it's one of the spring-loaded ones. I don't know. I don't really like it. I mean, like, I'll use it if I'm rushing out of the house and I just accidentally grab it, but it's not one of my favorite canes.
Right. Well, I mean, I get it, you know, but again, I mean, you know, we have choices. They don't, right? So, I mean, you know, at least they got something they can work with, you know, and I mean, something is better than nothing. I mean, something is better than, you know, like I say, a tree limb or, piece of pipe or
No, no,
whatever.
no, most definitely. And Pedro, he said that good morning, and it's good to hear the Coffee Time crew. It's good to hear all of our voices. And he said that, yeah, he put that song in the back of the infomercial because you could hear the passion in my voice for talking about You Can Give, and he believes that that represents that, and it does, Pedro. So thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for being in the box and putting music behind that and editing. He did a lot of editing with that because there was a lot of ums and uhs, and he took all that out. You can't even tell that I was like yeah. So thank you.
Well, plus it was over 3 minutes.
Yes, that
I think
too.
it
It
was
was very
closer to
long.
4, so we cut it down a little bit, and made some other stuff happen with it.
I have a tendency to ramble, you guys. I apologize. I ramble a little bit. Just a little bit. But it's all good.
Right.
But yeah, you guys, youcangive.org, please. And if you can't donate that way, you guys can always go to Custom Cane, get you a cane that way. You can get whatever tip you want. You can be a snob like me and feel like, oh, I only need a rolling tip, or I only need a ceramic tip, or whatever. So,
Right.
customcane.com.
Customcane.com, your one-stop cane shop. So he's got everything you need for your cane, whether it's a new cane, a new tip, accessories, whatever. He's got it going on for you. Make your cane any way you want. Like Brittany was saying, she got a couple of different canes, and I got about 5 different canes. So again, we got options. Those folks over there don't have no options. So we're trying to do everything we can to help them out, right? So sitting there trying to remember which articles we didn't already play.
Which ones you got in the queue, Ed?
Okay, well, we got again robots learning stuff, and
I don't think we did the one about the robots learning stuff.
what
I
about the
don't think
one
we did that.
for this one here is one I'm interested in because I'm getting old.
Oh, well, we can do that one.
Did we do the one about stem cells?
No, I don't think we did.
Well, let's try that one out, and then we'll have a little conversation on the other side of that.
All
right.
Stem cells for brain regeneration, a new path for treating neurological disorders. In exciting new developments, scientists have found a way to reactivate dormant stem cells in the brain. This could open the door to treating serious neurological disorders like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Instead of managing symptoms, this breakthrough focuses on actually repairing damaged brain tissue by waking up stem cells that naturally exist in our brains. What is really incredible is that this approach does not require invasive surgery or external transplants. The idea is to use specific signals to awaken the brain's own stem cells, allowing the body to heal itself. Imagine being able to slow or even reverse the progression of diseases like Alzheimer's, giving patients a chance to regain some of the functions they have lost. This research is still in its early stages, but scientists are optimistic about the potential. If successful, this could change the way we treat brain disorders, shifting from managing decline to actively encouraging recovery. What do you all think about this approach? Is this something that could become a game changer in medical science? Now back to the Coffee Time crew for your thoughts.
Wow, I think that's amazing. Stems, I could see in another 50 or 100 years us eliminating Alzheimer's or eliminating cancer or eliminating a lot of different things with these stem cells. I can't wait to see what the future holds for all that. I know that it's early in the development of all this, but Alzheimer's is awful. It's horrible to see your loved ones deteriorate like that.
Right.
It's absolutely awful. It's scary for them. It's scary for you. It's emotionally draining on everybody involved. So I'm just super excited to see where this is going to go.
Well, again, I see a lot of, things changing when it evolving around, stem cell research and treatment and stuff like that. I mean, stem cell is regenerating a lot of different stuff within our body. Uh, uh, I mean, I'm sorry. Britt, do you understand what a stem cell is?
I mean, yes, but let's talk about it for the people.
Okay, so stem cells basically come from my understanding anyway. And I ain't no doctor, so I don't scientist, none of that, so I don't know for sure. But my understanding is it has to do with the cord uh, between the life connection between the mother and the child, right? The stem cells are in that cord, and that cord has a lot of generating power because what is connected to the embryo from moment of once it's conception, right? And then it's constantly generating a human body. So all of those generating powers are within that cord, and then they when they get those cords, and then they do doing different research on how how to help other people. Like I said, they're doing eyes, they're doing brains. I'm hearing they're regenerating cartilage in people's knees and stuff, so they don't necessarily have to go and get the knee and hip replacements and stuff like they used to. So
No, I know. I mean, like my grandfather found me an article about some stem cell research in China where people with optic nerve damage were trying that, and that's kind of what I have. So I thought like, oh my god, maybe one day I'll be able to like see. So that's pretty cool. And Monica said that she hopes that they do something with this stem cell research for Alzheimer's because Alzheimer's runs in her family. So hopefully, yeah, Monica, one day that would be cool.
yeah. Again, I know some people believe in it, some people don't believe in it. Certain administrations have allowed, research on it. Other administrations have said no. I'm one of them people, whatever we can do to improve the quality of life for people, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to have, me being, I don't want to be taken care of. I don't want to become a burden on my family. I pray that, I don't ever come down with this stuff, right? Because again, I don't want to be a burden to my family, and then at the same time, it's cruel to per se take your family member and put them in a home or whatever, right? But at the same time, I don't know. It's just it's sad that it has to go that way. I grew up in a generation where you didn't send your elderly family members to the home. You brought them home and you took care of them. You know what I'm saying? You did what you had to do. We used to joke about how you start the world in diapers and you might end the world in diapers. You know what I'm saying? Or you came into the world wearing diapers and you might leave the world wearing diapers. The roles get reversed, where you took care of your kids. Then when you get to a certain age, your kids now have to take care of you, But I don't know. Again, I believe in anything that would improve the quality of somebody's life. If this would eliminate, Alzheimer's and dementia and all that other kind of stuff, I'm all with it. I've also heard there's a lot of research going on with CBD as far as that is in that realm as well.
Yeah, no, I've heard that as well, and I hope that science continues to move forward with all this. I get that stem cells and CBD, both of those things are controversial, but they shouldn't be. If it's going to make somebody's life better, why would it be an issue? I believe in quality of life, but I guess it's kind of hard to say that when you've never had a loved one with Alzheimer's, or you don't have a loved one in a wheelchair or who's blind or some other issue, right? Like it's hard. It's easy to have these hypothetical conversations when you don't know anybody with skin in the game.
Right. I agree. And then again, you look at the industrial whatever, the drug manufacturers and all this other kind of stuff, right? I mean, as an example, I mean, cocaine is one of the worst drugs that ever hit the streets. But a lot of people don't realize cocaine is actually used within the medical profession, right? And the only place I've actually ever known it to be used is actually within our ophthalmology. They literally put liquid cocaine in your eye as a drop, and it totally deadens your eye. I mean, it's
Oh
basically
wow, I didn't know that.
it's an anesthesia, or not an yeah. Well, I guess it's anesthesia for your eye, right? It's a local anesthesia where they can put a drop in your eye, and they pretty much do whatever they want to do to your eye at that point, and you're not gonna feel it. I mean, I've literally had stitches removed from my eye.
Oh wow,
Uh,
that's crazy.
when I had my accident, I had stitches all across the front of my eye, across my pupil, and all of that. And man, the dude hit me with a drop of that stuff, put me in that little head rag. He put another drop that actually created he did I know they use a black light. I don't know if you've ever seen that, Britt. On that rack, they have different lights they can turn on. And
Okay.
he turned on this black light, right? And according to my father, which was standing there looking at it, right? He said, man, when he turned on that black light, he said all the stitches across the front of your eye, they just started glowing. And then he would just took his scalpel and slowly pulled each one of them staples out of my eye. And I didn't feel a thing.
Yikes. That's crazy. But that's interesting. That's not something that I know a lot about. But Pedro also commented and said that yes, stem cells can also be used to help people with RP. So that's good to know. That's interesting. And
Right.
yeah,
It's
they're
all
doing a
about
lot of things.
right. I mean, it's all about regenerating. I mean, I'm hearing that it's also getting ready. They're doing some research as far as regenerating the optic nerve, which from a lot of us with glaucoma, that's our biggest issue, that optic nerve problem, right? So, I mean, again, man, let them folks do what they do. If it's going to help improve the quality of life for anybody, I'm all with it. So, at least that's my opinion. And
No, that's my opinion as well. And Pedro said that all the articles in there are new. He deleted all the old ones. So thank you, Pedro. I don't know what we would do without you. You are very much appreciated.
Well, we got a late drop in, but we welcome him.
Hey, how you doing? How about me, Miss Brittany? You appreciate me? What's up with that? How
Oh
you
no, I
doing?
appreciate you too, George. You know what?
I don't come into the
Okay,
show and
listen, Linda, listen. George does a lot for us. Okay, so we have a contact card. Let's say you're not tech savvy, right? So we have a contact card where you can just dial in via Zoom if you want to be a part of our Zoom interest groups. And guess who created that contact card? Mr. Zavala. So yeah, no, we definitely appreciate Mr. Zavala, and Mr. Zavala also has a tips and tricks thing that he does in our interest groups, and he also has an advocacy thing that he does, and he also has a podcasting group that he does. I want to be like Mr. Zavala when I grow
want to
up.
be like Mike, right? How you doing? Hi, Miss.
I just sitting there listening to Brittany running down your itinerary.
I know.
Man.
I feel like I'm on Shay Shay. You ever heard that? You ever seen Shay Shay where you do that big old intro?
Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking, damn, George, you almost got more interest groups than me.
Zavala! Yay!
Good morning, my brother. How are you?
I'm good. My customer ready to reschedule, so well, either
Okay.
bother you or bother my wife. So be safer to bother you.
That part. Lulu is not to be bothered right now. So
Exactly, Miss Britt. How you doing, Miss Britt? Who's online? Who's in the party? Who's in this party?
It's just me and Ed. Nobody wanted to hang out with us. Well, actually, we're having a Blind United bonding session. We're gonna sit in a drum circle, and we're gonna sing "Kumbaya," and then we're all gonna give each other huggies and besos. George, it's gonna be great. I'm so excited! I love these people.
I'm not gonna get a beso from Mr. Davis.
I'm sure Mr. Davis would love to give you besos.
I'm not giving no kisses to George.
No comment.
Surprised I knew that word. Huh?
Exactly. I was thrown off. I'm like, what? He knows that word?
Well, I mean, it pertains to female. Dame un beso.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay. So, but you want to talk about the stem cell stuff, George, before we try to move on to something else, or what you think about that?
Stem cells. Yeah, I had a friend of mine years ago. He went to China because they're doing stem cell research within the retina. And this is 10 years ago, and he said that it did help him. I mean, it didn't cure him but it made him. He had more acuity, more vision in his eye, the one eye he had left.
Okay.
And I've heard people for example, I guess in this area, like Panama, the people going into the stars, the ultra rich, they go to Panama and get stem cells. And Mel Gibson swears by this. He said his father heart got better, his liver got better. Mind you, in his 90s, his father.
Right.
So I think there is some advantages to it. Now, granted, where they get the stem cells, that's a little, where I understand where they get it from the where do they get it from the umbilical cord of the child or the baby or something like that. I forgot where they get the stem cells.
Umbilical cord.
And but honestly, I think, excuse me, I honestly think that stem cells could really make a difference, especially for people with disabilities. Especially, it's like technology. It's like overall, when you get into the nerves, the nerves in their eyes or the legs or whatever, right?
Right.
Nerves sometimes don't regenerate, and that's why the stem cells help.
Right.
So I remember out from biology. It's called it's called the what was it called? There's this coating around the nerves.
Nucleus or something like that.
No, it's something like that. It's called Well, anyways, it's a sheet of nerves that wrap around there's a sheet of fatty tissue. They call it. I went blank. But anyways, so the way that the teacher told us, or kind of gave us like an analogy, it's like an electrical cord, right? And you have an electrical cord, you plug it into the wall, but if you have a nick in that cord, it exposes the wire. It either has a short or it doesn't work, right?
Okay.
So basically, how our body works, if there's a nick or if there's some deformity in that what's the name of it? Hopefully somebody comments on that, what the darn name is. But there's a coating on the nerves. So once that gets damaged, that's where we have these issues, MS and blindness.
So you said this coating is like the plastic on a wire that covers the copper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fatty acids. I should always that's the only word I learned from biology and I forgot it today.
Well, you are getting old, my brother.
Oh yeah, trust me, I forget my name sometimes.
Yeah, but number one, I'm hearing as well a lot of great things with stem cell research, and it's sad that some administrations, as I said, they've cut out stem cell research here, and now that's sending people to other countries to do get stem cell treatments and whatnot, right? And my thing with that is they don't have the guidelines that we have over here. You know what I'm saying? So
I think a lot has to do, Mr. Davis, also, sorry to interrupt you. I think a lot of it has to do with the ethic component of it, right? Because, where they actually have to retrieve the stem cells. But I think the benefits outweigh where it comes from, if that makes sense. For example, people being able to walk or see or regenerate their liver or their kidney or their heart or whatnot. But I just think, yeah, there's great horizons for the stem cells. Just like you said, Mr. Davis, you're right. Certain administrations go here and certain administrations go there, and we're not going to get to politics, but you're right. The guidelines, the FDA and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm being honest. I just feel safer, you know, when it's, you know, even if it's, you know, it's in trials, as we call it here, right? I just feel safer because they're looking at that. Even though it is trials, they've already done all of the precautionary, you know, homework and all that stuff before they even get into trials here, right?
I just remembered it. Petito glycan.
Who?
I think that's what I remember. If I'm not correct, it's called petito glycan.
Petito like
I believe that's what it is. That's the coatings, if you will call it, around the nerves.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to try to repeat that one, but okay, I'll take your word for it. Right.
But, you know, they had and you're talking about other countries. This is back in the mid 2000s. I'll never forget this. This is when I could see this lady had Parkinson's, real bad Parkinson's, and they showed her grabbing to try to drink a cup of coffee, and she couldn't. She was literally shaking, and you know the coffee was falling all over the place. So they did this procedure. They had her awake in surgery, and they're doing something to her brain. Of course, I don't know what the medical things are, but as they were doing this in her brain, they were asking her, "Move your left leg, move your right leg." And after the surgery, they did another video, and you know what? She didn't shake. It like literally would disappear. Of course, it came back. I think after 7-8 months. But that's what I'm saying, was just the technology, and now with all this, you know, stem cell. I just think really one of these days, not in our lifetime, you know, there'll be some kind of resolution when it comes to being paralyzed or not being able to see or whatnot.
Right. Well, let me. We're at the bottom of the hour.
Wait, Pedro commented he put a whole bunch of laughing emojis.
Okay, because you're here.
Where's Pedro at, man? What's up with that?
He's traveling to get to our Kumbaya Fest.
Oh, okay. I don't know about this, but obviously I'm not part of the Kumbaya, so.
Right. Well, you are, but anyway, let me get this
Trust
out
me,
the
you
way.
don't want to be.
That's a restaurant, isn't it?
We'll be back in a minute, you guys. Hold on.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Don't y'all just love Brittany's voice in these commercials? I mean, I do. You know, Brittany says she's tired of hearing her own voice. What you think, George?
I'm tired of hearing it.
That's all I think, but yeah.
But if you would like to follow what Brittany was saying earlier and replace her voice with your commercial, where you're more than welcome to get at us, Blind United.
Please do that for me. Don't you hear the emotion in my voice? Don't you hear it?
Well, I think that's a hook for the show, that commercial, because we shouldn't change that.
Well, how about
what are you slapping?
My cane up against the wall.
Oh, okay.
How about for an extra fee, we get Brittany to do the voiceover on your commercial?
My commercial? What commercial?
Well, whoever wants to advertise.
Oh, there you go. We can have her do it. Yeah, a professional. Yeah, they pay. I think they charge $25 an hour.
Something like that.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. You be willing to do it for some Blind United money, Britt?
Sure, anything for the cause, y'all. I would love to.
Okay, but you have to hear your voice more.
Yeah, I guess I could for $25. I'll ignore myself.
I do that for free, so.
Oh, excuse me.
You know, if you really want to throw somebody off, Brittany, This is what you do, right? When somebody calls you, so if whoever's listening, so somebody calls you, just whisper. And they're like, why are you whispering? Just say, I'm hiding from myself. That'll throw them off, trust me. But anyways, so what's the article today, by the way?
Well, I mean, well, we did that one.
Wait, speaking of whispering, donate to Blind United.
Alexa, that's how it sounds like. Alexa did that. You know, Alexa had the whisper mode, right?
Yeah.
It sounds spooky.
And I can't hear it when it does that, so I don't use it.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be one of those, that way you can ask Alexa something and not wake Lulu up. That's what it's for.
Well, no, I just do is just wake her up and ask her. Why ask Alexa? Ziggy. There you go. Oh, sorry, Ziggy. I may change it to Ziggy.
So why are you so mean to Lulu, man?
I'm not mean to her.
If you're gonna wake her up and ask her a question, then you're being mean. She's resting.
I'm keeping her on her toes.
Okay.
Just to be agile at her old age. Oh, I didn't say that. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Sorry about that. That came out.
My goodness.
That came out by accident. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, right. Is she sitting right there?
No, she's in the other room. She's not part of the house.
Okay. So as long as she don't pop you in the back of your head.
As long as she don't listen to this, we're good.
So
ain't gonna be no kumbaya, I guarantee that.
It's all kumbaya with you and Lulu. I know you just messing around. So
no, of course not. Yeah, but because Ms. Britt, before I came into the show, I see Mr. Davis looking for something. What were you guys talking about? The stem cells or something?
Yeah, we was talking about stem cells. So
okay.
I'll let you pick the next article. We got robots learning via AI. Miniature robots revolutionizing surgery. Okay, the Apple Watch and the resting heart rate. And Hollywood farmers market facing shutdown.
I'll take B with extra cheese, please.
Okay, B. Okay.
The B was a surgery because that's my wife when she had a surgery. The doctor walks in and tells us it's going to be by robot. We're like, what? Okay. Apparently, that's a normal thing nowadays.
Well, here's number B. Letter B. We're going to go for that and talk about this on the other side since we're doing a medical stuff today, right?
Yes, sir.
Miniature robots revolutionizing surgery. The future of surgery is getting smaller, literally. The development of miniature robots is paving the way for a new era of minimally invasive surgeries. These tiny robots are designed to operate inside the human body, allowing surgeons to perform delicate tasks with remarkable precision and control. The goal? Fewer large incisions, quicker recovery times, and better outcomes for patients. These mini robots are particularly promising for areas like endoscopy, where small tools are essential for accessing hard-to-reach parts of the body. Imagine a robot, small enough to move through the body with ease, performing surgery with the highest level of accuracy, all while minimizing trauma to the surrounding tissue. For patients, this could mean faster recoveries and fewer complications. For doctors, it means more precision and the ability to perform surgeries that may have been too risky before. This innovation has the potential to drastically change how surgeries are performed, leading to better care for millions. What are your thoughts on this technology? Could this be the future of surgery as we know it? Now back to the coffee time crew.
So my question is miniature robots, nano robots?
Hold on. We have Mr. Martin from PixieBot watching. How you doing, sir?
How you doing, Mr. Martin? I hope you're enjoying what we got going on today. But anyway, what we call miniature robots, would those be considered nanobots?
My computer was talking. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, my computer was talking when you said something there, Mr. Davis. I apologize for that.
So I'm asking, are miniature robots, what they're talking about here, performing surgery, are they nanobots?
Well, the thing that kind of, I don't know about having it go. I thought they were like from the exterior going in. I didn't know they'd go all the way into the little robots, but I don't know, man. That's kind of, I don't know. It's just something that kind of spooks me a little bit. I mean, I get it's technology and the enhancement, but I don't know. That's kind of spooky for me.
Well, I mean, again, sticking to what I said before, anything is going to help improve the quality of somebody's life. I'm with it. I mean, now, do I have questions? Okay. Like when the robot is done doing surgery, well, how do we,
does it poop or does it go on? What does it do?
See, I didn't want to say that, but you just, how do we, extricate the little robot from our body, right? I mean, I don't know. Does he just?
Well, apparently, according to some people, we get that kind of robots when we do the COVID shots, but that's another topic in itself.
Well, I mean, again, that's for me, that's a conspiracy. But this here, again, is for the good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's surgery going in. I mean, now I'm not gonna lie. If you can give me a set of miniature robots that just run through my body and perform routine maintenance.
That's a good way to put it.
Why not, right? I mean, I don't know.
And I think you're right, Mr. David. I mean, because if you think about it, when you have any surgeries, you're going to have risk, right?
Right.
But I think with robots, maybe that might minimize the potential because infections or oops, the doctor, the doctor might be off that day. But with technology, or with robots, it's more of a program, more consistent. You know what I'm saying? It goes in there and it knows what's going to do, and so it might be a better outcome, like I was saying, regarding the recovery time. And because like my wife, she was in and out, and normally back in the day that was a 3-day stay in the hospital,
right?
But now it's in and out. I mean, it's like knee replacements. The knee replacements now, before they had a big old cut in your knee, now they're just going. So I see it, but yeah, how do we get it out? Once it goes in, I guess, is there a rope connected? I'm being kind of generic there, but how do they retrieve that robot?
Right. I mean, again, that would be my question. I mean, does it automatically deteriorate and dissolve? Does it, do we extricate it from our body in some natural form or way? I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, those are questions, but I mean, as I said, at my age now, I mean, hey, man, if you got some robots you can shoot up in me and they can perform maintenance on my body and make sure all my arteries are cleared, and when they see a clogged artery, what they say, that's calcium buildup in the artery, right? Man, they go up in there and break out their little laser gun and zap, and get that out the way. You know what I'm saying?
I want to be surprised someday it gets to that point where you just come in and you can do that in the doctor's office, right? It just, so I mean, now with AI, Mr. Davis, life has really changed. I mean, now it's really accelerated to the point where things that we never thought could be done.
All right.
We're like, wow, now it could be done. Now it's, how do they say, be careful what you ask for? Because you're like, now they could do this, and now it could do, now I hear about AI being able to make its own decisions. I'm like, I don't know about that one. That one's.
I mean, I don't know either. Britt, what you got to say? You done got quiet since George got here.
No, she's.
I guess, did we lose her? I don't know.
I think she's.
I'm not sure.
Or I think she's still hitting the cane against the wall.
Oh, I'm not sure either. But I mean, but again, I'm with it. Stuff like that. As I always say, man, anything that's gonna improve somebody's quality of their life. I mean, and I say that because for me anyway. That's what we're actually trying to do here with Blind United, right? We're trying to improve people's quality of life. I mean, with the free training and stuff we give out, all the information we try to share with people, the interaction, the socialization, all that kind of stuff that we do here with Blind United. That's in essence, that's what we're trying to do.
And and with that, Mr. Davis, being blind now in 2024 compared to 1994, 40, 30 years ago is completely different regarding having the ability to socialize. For example, being on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. And then even now that today you incorporate AI, Be My Eyes and PixieBot, which is a great app, Seeing AI. So I just think today is a good day to have that technology that makes our life a better way. What do you say? To live the life you want to live.
Right, to live our best life.
There you go.
I mean, again, yeah, I was, legally blind in '94 or whatever, right? So, but I didn't have any clue as far as the community. I mean, I wasn't introduced to the community until 2011. And even since then, I mean, in the last 13 years, man, I done seen so much evolution in technology. Whoa, man. Like you say, apps like, PixieBot and, Be My AI and all the different AI stuff that they've come out with. I mean, even the first ones to come out, what was that? Seeing AI, Envision AI.
Do you remember? I don't know if anybody remembers this, Mr. Davis. This is 10 years ago, called TapTapSee.
Yeah, I got that still on my phone.
Yeah, TapTapSee. That was the road. That's the first one. Like, really? Wow, you could get, that was back in the day. TapTapSee. Yeah.
Right. I mean, that one, and then like I said, right behind that became, Seeing AI, and then Envision AI, and I mean, when you look at where we are now to when those apps first came out, man, I mean, it almost makes those obsolete, right?
Yep. Just remember the KNFB.
KNFB.
Back then, we were like, wow, you could take a picture of a thing, and now it's like, that's whatever. Anybody could do that now,
Right, Criswell NFB reader.
I paid $100 for that damn thing. Back in.
Well, you know what 2000? That was? That was a partnership between Criswell and the NFB, right?
Oh yeah, yes sir. You're right.
To create an app that we could put on our phone, right?
Yeah.
And then I think at some point NFB went ahead and bought Criswell out because the app was rather expensive at, like I said, $99. So, so now I think you can get it for, I don't know, $25-$30. But again, they got so many other apps out there that do the same thing now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so let's go there real quick. I only mention this because of Mr. Martin watching, and I'm glad you said that because there's so many apps out there that do the same things, like Be My Eyes, See My Eyes, the same concept, right? Rather than capturing that information and giving it to us, and with PixieBot, I think that's where the technology is going to go now. Is where it's real time, eventually, right?
Right.
Like you've been talking about this for a while, you yourself, Mr. Davis, about putting my camera up and then it will say like people walking across or a dog or whatever, like in real time.
Right.
I think once it gets there, that's going to be a game changer.
Well, I mean, and we're right on the crust of that. I mean, even when we had Martin on last week, he was talking about, we're right there. I mean, in essence, he's ahead of the curve with PixieBot, being that, again, you can do a video. He was talking about how he had an app that it was out 10, 12 years ago that, I don't know, might even have been ahead of, TapTapSee and all of that. But, at that point, he didn't realize he was looking more towards mainstream folks. And now he's realized that all of his, accolades and, praise was coming from our community because it was helping us, even though mainstream sighted community they wasn't with it, right?
Exactly.
So I'm just grateful that, he took the initiative to focus his attention on what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
What
And I
our
don't want to
need.
interrupt you, Mr. Davis, but we have a watcher, Joan Cross. She's a good friend of ours here in El Paso. Hello, Mr. Joan.
How you doing,
Joan
Miss
Cross.
Joan?
Joanne Cross,
Well,
actually. I'm sorry.
okay. Welcome to Blind United. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm grateful for allies like Mr. Martin and the things he does for our community and others as well. But
It's like what was cool about the technology, the AI, Mr. Davis. Like yesterday, we got home and my wife says, "Oh, there's a campaign. You know those little, I guess 6x8.
campaign flyers or
Yeah, like a
whatever.
little, like a little 6x8. Little, it was made out of cardboard. It was nice, right? So she gave it to me. She was about to tell me who it was from. Like, no, 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 don't tell me. So I used it to my Meta Ray Bans, and it read it to me. It was from Tom Cruise, and I thought he was an actor. But anyways, and it read the whole thing to me. It kind of summarized it. But that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that where we could have more independence. We don't have to, Yeah, I understand our spouses or friends or what help us, but there's a sense of joy when you could do it by yourself, right? You don't have to worry
Um,
about.
I mean, anything that allows me to have my independence and be able to do stuff on my own. I mean, I love it. I mean, just you guys always talk about me, and I still use Open Book. It ain't been updated in I don't know 100 years, but
Yeah.
it works.
I
It
like it.
works.
Personally, just between me and you and whoever else is listening out there, I like open book. If it works for you, it works for you, right?
Right,
Why change
right.
it? But open book, folks, just so you can let you know, open book, what it does, it works with a scanner, and what we do, we scan our products, our papers, and it'll scan it and it'll read it back to us, so to speak. And open book's been around for 10, 15 years. That's been a while.
I mean,
But it's
again,
good.
I started using it back in 11 when I first,
Oh, did
was
you?
going.
Okay, me too. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I started using it. I have an
yeah.
8.0. Do you have 9 or you have 8? I have 8.
I think I have 9.
I have the old one.
So, but again, I got it. The software itself, I got that when I was, issued my equipment, and I mean, I used it when I was at training center, and then it was on my computer when I received it in 2012. So
But isn't that funny, Mr. Davis? How technology has evolved. I mean, think about it. We need back in the day, you needed, well, we still do in some ways, but you need a computer and a scanner and all that. Now you have your phone, right? You take a picture of the document, and granted, it's not as reliable as having this flatbed scanner, right? But it works.
right, and then there's tools you can buy. Like they got a stand you can set your phone in, and then all you got to do is just it sits above the desk or the surface, and then you just slide the paper up on it, and it'll take a picture of it. All that kind of good
The
stuff.
only,
So
the only bad thing, and I wish that would catch up, is the price. Because now, even when I got into technology back in the 2000s, early 2000s, jobs were so expensive. Even now, 2024, there's so many great things out there, but it's so darn expensive, right? So,
well, I mean, that's another great thing about folks like Mr. Martin and PixieBot, right?
yep.
$20 for lifetime.
Hmm.
Man, come on. I mean, I know it's 19 and some change. I just rounded up to 20, but again, for what that thing does, I mean, it
So for those,
literally turns your video
yeah,
into a descriptive movie.
yep. The cool thing about it, folks, it'll even read text if you're holding a document just by accident. I was, or even a TV. Because you could, what it does, you do a video or get a video from your phone. It literally describes it, and then you can go back and ask questions. And so one day I was doing one, and they said it was programming on my TV. And I asked it, what type of programming? And the darn thing got it correct. It was Spanish programming. My wife was watching what they call novelas, it's Spanish soap operas. I'm like, wow. So what I'm saying is just the technology, man. I'm just amazed by it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't wait to see what the future brings us as far as technology is concerned. As we move forward and whatnot. So, because I mean, I ain't gone yet, so I want to take advantage of every little piece I can until
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even more technology's coming out. Man, I can't wait to get my hands on my Glide. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a big step for me, I believe. You know,
how you gonna demo that? I want to see how you can demo that. It's be pretty neat. But verbally, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I mean, again, I think as soon as I get it, I'm definitely going to start doing some videos, you know, and as I call it, adventures in mobility.
Well, so just so people that don't know, what's the Glide?
Glide is a mobility device that actually has AI in it. It has cameras, it has radar, it has LiDAR. It's got all different sensors, so it can detect things, you know, not only, you know, ground level or whatever, but it can also detect, you know, tree limbs, low hanging limbs, stuff like that. I mean, it can read the street signs, it can read the signs on the buildings, all this kind of stuff. So, and it has a form of GPS in it. So basically, what you can do is just program where you're going into it. I mean, it's crazy to say it this way, but it's not self-propelled per se. It's got motors in it, but the motors are not to propel it. It's very easy to push, but what the motors do is in combination with the GPS and also it plotting a route for you, right? It acts like a guide dog. It'll steer you around people and objects and stuff that are in your path. You know, so again, it's almost like having a guide dog without having a guide dog, but at the same time, it's like having a guide dog that knows where you want to go versus, a lot of people don't know where they're going. I mean, this is one of the reasons why you got to have good O&M skills before you get a guide dog, you know, because the dog doesn't know where you want to go. The dog only knows to, guide you around things and, not let you walk out in the middle of traffic and stuff like that, right? So this thing will do all that and some. And you ain't got to feed it. You ain't got to give it no water. You ain't got to pick up no poop. If you don't want to go out today, you just leave it on the charger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a great piece of technology. It'll be coming out in September. They are in their final testing of the prototype before they go into manufacture right now. So, hey, it's a good thing coming up. So, anyway, we are getting right here to the end of the hour, and I do need to get out of here and make my way to the train.
I thought we were going to go 2 hours today. That's why you jumped on.
Well, I can leave you here. I can definitely leave you here, but I got to go get on the train.
Left already. That's why she's on the train already. She's at Gliders.
Well, I mean, she's got to travel down here as well.
Okay. What time is it right now, by the way?
It's right at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
58. So.
Everyone, you've been watching You've been watching Blind United with Mr. Ed Davis and George and Miss Brittany, and we'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock PST, which is PlayStation time, 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Dallas, 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock Florida, 1 o'clock Panama. Not really. I don't know. I think over there where Mr. Martin is at 7 hours ahead, so
it's late night over there where he's at. Yeah. So it's getting really late on him. I appreciate him from staying up late and coming in and joining us. So again, I appreciate everybody, Monica, everybody that comes in and comments.
Pedro, hey, how you doing?
Pedro, again, they're traveling and I got to get on the train so I can travel to where they're traveling to. So,
okay.
But anyway, everybody, enjoy your day. Don't forget to come out, ladies. Tonight is Ladies Support Group at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And, man, hang out with the ladies and talk what ladies talk about. So, I don't know because I try to stay out of those conversations. So, but anyway, everybody have a great Tuesday, and then we will see you back again tomorrow, Wednesday, Hump Day, and then
Hump Josie Love. Remember that.
right. So everybody, and have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.